It's the middle of the day on November 22nd, and Roblox has just terminated 2 accounts, both valued today at over 83 million Robux, which would convert to over $1 million US. Over 200,000 accounts are at risk of being compromised in just under an hour, with people's accounts being drained by the second. Hundreds of rare limited items wiped completely clean, and all for a virtual currency in a game designed for kids. Enough money to buy your family's home in exchange for pixels on a computer screen. But this raises the question that everyone is asking: who's behind all this? The story of Roblox begins back in 2004 when 2 friends decided to create a software that would teach kids game making in a more enjoyable way, and so they started their company and named it Dynablox. The name would only stick for about a year before they switched over to what we now know as Roblox. The free-to-play game would officially launch at the end of 2006, and just 2 years later, they would already have over 2 million users on the platform. It would continue growing at a rapid pace and now sits at over 42 million daily active users. Within the game, you have an avatar that you can buy clothes and accessories for, all made by community members. And the way you buy these items are with Robux. Robux is the in-game currency for Roblox, and it's how you would purchase anything in the game. According to the developers exchange system, 1 Robux is equivalent to about 35 cents in US dollars, and for everyday players it comes out to about a penny. But when you put billions of real money into an ecosystem on a children's video game, people are going to want to take advantage of that. First published to the Chrome Web Store on August 2nd, 2020, Searchblox was created as a third-party Roblox extension that was used to join anyone's experiences by bypassing the user's privacy settings. This allowed users of Searchblox to join absolutely anyone they desired, and in almost all cases, this affected popular Roblox content creators. Much like fans waiting outside of a hotel for their favorite bands or singers, kids wanted to see and possibly meet the YouTubers that they would spend all their time watching. But they didn't have to camp outside of a hotel or wait hours after a show for this to happen. All they had to do was find the game or experience they were in, type their username into the Searchblox extension, and in seconds they would be connected to the exact server. This was driving creators crazy because it made it impossible for them to live stream or record videos without being mobbed by fans or stream snipers.
Honestly though, don't do that. You don't understand how frustrating that is. It makes us want to tear our hair out.
This would go on for nearly 8 months, and finally, content creators in the Roblox space had had enough. They started leaving negative reviews and reporting the extension to the Chrome directly in an attempt to get it removed from the store. And to their surprise, it worked. Due to the amount of backlash it received, on March 8th of 2021, Searchblox was officially removed. But this wouldn't last for long, because the very next day it was back up on the Chrome store. But creators had an even bigger issue at this point. Searchblox wasn't the only extension doing this now. Block Search, Row Searcher, and many others were all extensions doing the same exact thing and competing for the same exact audience. It was evident that there was going to be no way around this. This ultimately led to thousands of Roblox players creating alt accounts or paying to have their usernames changed so they didn't have to deal with the people griefing them. But you could only do that for so long. It's now November 22nd, and the owner of Searchblox, Fripp, has made a deal with the devil. On line 3 of his code within his Chrome extension now sits a bug that is about to spread to hundreds of thousands of Roblox accounts, all without even stealing your information. You see, the bug doesn't take your password or find your login credentials. The bug would work behind the scenes while you were logged in and check if the user's RAP, which is basically an average cost of all the items you own, and see if it was above 7,500. Then it sends a friend request to Unstoppable Lucen's account and trades your limiteds there. But the bug didn't stop. It would also create a t-shirt that was priced at the exact amount of Robux that a user had in their account, and would then purchase the t-shirt using API endpoints. Users quickly identified Lucen as the one being behind everything, as he was the one receiving all the limiteds and all the trades, which he was transferring to an alt account by the name of CC Font, who at the time of all of this going down became the 13th richest account on all of Roblox. It's still unknown, but someone on Twitter with the same name did put out a Twitter thread on that same day saying that he was hacked. Unfortunately, there's no way to confirm if the Twitter account was actually matched to the Roblox account. Within hours, millions of Robux had been stolen, and Roblox news accounts started picking up on the story and telling everyone to delete the extension immediately. Not even 6 hours later, both Lucent and CC Font's accounts had been permanently banned, with a value of over 40 million Robux each, totaling over $1,047,443. The accounts also had limited such as Dominus's, Dark Hearts, 29 Blue Clockwork headphones, and more. But if the extension was a scam, why did so many people fall for it? Well, because it worked. The biggest deception of Searchblox was that it really did function the way it was marketed, and it did so for over a year without any issues. This was because the creator of Searchblox didn't add any malicious lines of code until he pushed out an update on the day he was planning on stealing all the limiteds and Robux. But how are all these extensions running the same exact scam even though they're owned and operated by different people? Well, it turns out it all leads back to Lucent. A couple weeks after the Searchblox incident, a Discord conversation was posted between a random account and the owner of a Rogold. The random is asking if he would put a line of his code into the Rogold extension for a week in exchange for $5,000. This didn't go over well and led to the owner calling him out for hacking people's accounts, which if you read through the rest of the DMs would say the following: "How about yes, the code is for hacking people's accounts. I didn't tell you out of respect, but who cares? That's none of your concern. Simply put, I have a plan. I'll pay you $10,000 US right now and you can go on Twitter and say you were hacked. You know who I am. I'm the guy who just hacked Roblox. Everyone's talking about me right now." This confirms the random was actually Lucent. He was offering up to $10,000 to a bunch of Roblox developers who would put his code into their extension for a short period of time. This would explain the Searchblox incident. The reason it worked flawlessly for so long was because it was operated by another developer who was then approached by Lucent and sold off his extension. So where does that leave us today? Unfortunately, these extensions still continuously pop up and are now even running ads directly on Roblox to lure kids in. The digital world is looked at as a better reality, but the disparities of the real world are never too far and might just be hiding in plain sight. I hope you enjoyed, and of course, stay safe.